it is my first one, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Legit, like I watch YouTube videos and I just see them just sitting there and just talking and kind of like, I do it like in front of like a mirror all the time. I wish I could do anything else. So, I know you guys are probably here because you guys want to know about cosplay makeup. It's really simple, it's easy. I'm pretty sure you guys went through YouTube videos about, you know, how to do like the big eyes or the white underline, or like how to apply lashes or contacts to try to get your eyes to look really anime-like, Asian, you know, really cool looking like. So this is just a really easy way for me to show you guys my way of doing it, because I've got a lot of people who ask me, oh, how do you do your makeup? How do you get that look? How do you, doesn't it hurt? Like, how do you apply that? It's really simple. Like, throughout the years, I've actually never done a makeup like this. I actually just went around using my simple eyes, so I have really small eyes. And then as like the year went by, I wore contacts, my eyes got bigger because of the contacts, but then again, it was just like, you know, I wanted bigger and bigger and bigger. So the key point is eyeliner, brown shadows. You always have to have brown shadows. And, you know, your brushes, and the key, you guys have to use lashes. Now, I know some of you guys might be afraid of using lashes. I was too, because like when you put on lashes and you take it off, it's like, well, what if I'm peeling off my own lashes? And I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have any eyelashes. I'm gonna look like, you know, one of those people that is a world record alien kind of person. It's like, I don't want that. So you always want to try to use lashes. I'm going to show you guys how to make it easy, like do it easier without having to like combine the real lashes with your fake lashes. So when you pull it off, you don't take out your actual lashes. It's really simple and easy. Okay, so I have my model with me. This is my baby sister, because I couldn't find anyone in time. So this is my baby sister. Her name is Tangi. I call her Tangi or Cow. You guys can call her Cow. It's really simple. This is her, and I don't know what's with her hair. She's going to be my model. Now, the reason I want her to be my model is because she has the mono to double lids. And, you know, some of you guys have double lids, and I see you guys have double lids. I see some that have monolids. Pretty much double lids is the one that you guys actually have a line under your eyes. Monolids means you don't have it at all. So it makes your eyes smaller. Double lids makes your eyes bigger, but you guys can actually make your eyes a lot bigger. You guys just want to contour that area. So I'm going to do one side as a monolid, and the other side as a double lid. As you can see here, this side is more double lid. This is more monolid. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with her. So the first thing you guys want to do is always prime your eyes. And I'm using the Urban Decay Potion Primer. Now this is just a sample size. You guys can just go to like Sephora and just like, oh, I wanted to try the Power Primer Potion, and they can give you a free sample. Really easy if you guys don't want to pay like 20 bucks for this. Now this one, I got it along, like I bought this one. This is the Ammo Urban Decay one. It's really pretty. But I got it for like 60 bucks and it came with it, so I decided just like, you know what the heck, use it. But lately, like ever since I started makeup, I've only been using the e.l.f. one, so the $1 one. It works really well. It's literally the same thing, just $1. It's just depending on how your eye reacts to it. So I definitely wanted to try to sample it like on your like palm to see if you have any reaction. Wait a couple hours or so. If it works well, if it doesn't do any rashes, go ahead and use it on your eyes. So you're gonna put it all over your face. Yes, all over your face, guys. I mean, all over your eyes. And then you don't want to go over your eyes. Like, you just want to go ahead and do like the eyeballs. You can feel like a little circle around your eyes. And maybe like a little bit on the corner, on the bottom. So just use your hands. This doesn't really matter. You don't need to use a brush, anything like that. So the first thing that I do is I usually get a brown shadow, and I'm using this is a Coastal Scent one. You can use any makeup you want. Like when I first started, I used e.l.f. because e.l.f. is really cheap. e.l.f. is eyes and face. I'm pretty sure you guys heard about it, right? It's really cheap. It's like $1 to $3. I usually use that. I just get like a simple brown palette, and I just get like the darkest brown, and I just pretty much use that one. I don't have it with me right now because like they're all over there everywhere in my room. So I just get the darkest brown. You always want to start with the darkest brown. You don't want to start with the black or a light brown. It's always dark. But if you have like medium skin tone like her, definitely use the dark brown. If you have lighter skin, use the medium brown. And if you have dark skin, I recommend using at least like a dark black tone brown. So what you guys want to do is, you guys want to go ahead and like above your eye, try to make a fake face. That's what you want to do. Make a fake face. Because you always want to like illusionize that, oh my god, like I have a face there. So you all want to go ahead and just do that. Now, you have to do this a couple of times because it's always the first time you end up messing with it. You want to just get a Q-tip and erase it. But what I do is I usually just go over it, because what you're going to do is after you apply it, it's going to be a straight line. It's going to look really creepy. You're going to blend it. blending it makes it a lot easier, makes it more realistic and hollow. Now for double lids, what you want to do is you're going to pull up your eyes and then pretty much try to like just shadow it out. Like, you know how on the monoliths I'm going higher, but on the bottom lids I'm going lower. Because we're going to try to work right with your actual lid. So you're just going to get a fluffy brush. I'm just going to grab a little brush. Yes. And then we can usually go ahead and blend. It takes time, so I'm just going to like, it's her face, so I can just grab it. But always want to go a little bit soft. Because it takes a while to blend, but once you guys blend it right, it will soften up and it will make it look good, especially far away. And then in pictures, it kind of helps illusionize it with the lashes. Now what do I do next? Okay, so I always start off with, when it comes to like covering your eyeshadow, I go for a white. Now, you can go any white. I like shimmer white. Like matte whites are really nice too. I prefer doing a shimmer because shimmer usually is on top. Because even if you're far away, you see like a little glitter. But if you're close by, you can see the white. That's why I like the very, very sparkly. So you always want to go over it. It's okay, a little bit fall out, so you can always just brush it off. Over that. And then for the one with the double lids, you always just want to just like slowly, just do like about a quarter way. So the monolids, you want to go halfway because having small eyes, you want to kind of pop it out. So with the double lids, you want to just go a little like quarter way, monolids halfway, double lids quarter way. And then after that, you can just close to go and just look at it. What color do you want to wear? What color do you think she should wear, guys? I have all these. What color? What color do you like? What color do you like? Purple. The purple one? Okay, the dark purple or the light purple? Because she's Asian, huh? Okay. Just always tap it out because you never know when you do this. And then we'll go ahead and go to the monolid one. You want to go ahead and start on the center and then blend out. Because you want the center to have a little bit more colors. Usually people start off with the ends. But if you notice, like you start with the ends, it makes your eyes go a little bit wider. It makes it more like skinnier cat look. You don't want to do a cat look. You want to do more like full round up. So always start from the middle and then blend out to like a little baby or seed. Now for the double lids, you just pretty much put it on the center. That's what you do. You just get put in the center, you don't need to blend out, just put it in the center. Really, really easy. And you can pretty much build up, the more you build up, the more pigment it becomes. And if you just want to do like a very light one, just do one sweep. And you guys don't necessarily have to do this for like a costume, you have to just wear this casually. I do it all the time. It's really fun, it goes well with glasses. It was a really cute outfit. Like, it's just want to be for one day, you know, like, done, wear it off. And this one to like, look anime like. Okay, so for the double lids one, because you don't have to do it in the center, I want to go back and get the brown one. And then I'm just going to grab like a fluffy brush and just using a simple fluffy brush. I'm going to go for like a light brown. I'm going to do, and then you're going to go and then you're gonna do is you're gonna go over the purple to kind of help contour the crease. And that's pretty much you're pretty much going over what you did earlier in the first step where you were actually putting the brown on top of your crease. Just do because like that was actually your guide to figure out where you were. So that's the first step. And then you can highlight your brow bone. You always want to highlight your brow bone. So you grab a small one. And then for medium skin tones, I would definitely use like a yellow. If you're light skin, I just go for like a simple light brown. If you're dark skin, go for the white. So go for a yellow for her. And the reason I go for a yellow is because since her skin is medium tone, it's very orange. You want the yellow to kind of like blend in with her orange skin to make it look a little bit more like a white bright side. And then now this is important. For the monolith, you only want to start from the corner, only the corner. That way it fills up your eyes to make it look like a little cute bee. Now for the double lid, you want to go around the apple, the whole thing. And what that does, it kind of like builds up, so that way you know you're there. It's all concentrated on the eyeshadow that you did for your double lid, not for the monolith. What do you guys think so far? It's pretty nice, right? See? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the dark brown. I'm going to go back to the monolith one, and I'm going to go ahead and recolor the line and look for the fade crease. So I want to get it darker. And if it's not too dark, I always just go for like a little black, a little tab, and then just try to like get it darker. For the crease, what I do for the monolith one is I actually go over my eyes, more towards the nose area. Now, people's like, oh, that's really drag. Actually, it's not, because what you do is, like, when you do this, it's making your nose look smaller. It's making your nose skinnier, and then when you pull it out, it also kind of like gives the illusion of the nose becoming a crease. Hi, welcome. If you guys have any questions, you guys go, there's a mic right here, you guys can just ask. You guys can ask about my life, personal things, I don't care, just talk to me. It doesn't matter. You know, just chill, hang out, have fun. Like, tell me, like, how was your day, what you guys go do, what did you guys buy? You know, like, I want to know what you guys bought.
What your mom does.
Oh, do show everyone. You know, who knows? I get to get some new things here, so I'm going to do a little bit of shopping. Can't help, shop a little bit. So. Show everyone what you guys got. It's kind of cute. Me, I might even like buy it too. It's like, hey, you selling that? I'll take it, right? Make my money. Okay, so after we do the eyes, this is what I do. Now, you guys don't necessarily have to do this, but it just helps me figure out where my liner should go to. But I take the darkest, like the dark black here. It's more like a dark brown black compared to like actual black. Like this is like a black. And this is more like a dark brown black. Now this is what I do. I take, this is the model side, okay? I take all at the end, I go down with a V. When I do that, it helps me figure out where I can go ahead and draw my dark eyeliner. Because if I don't put that in there, I'm not going to know, okay, if I'm going past it, if I'm going forward, like too close to it, not too sure. But usually, and plus it helps me figure out like what eye shape I want. You know, if I want to do like the really skinny, cool looking one, if I want to do like the bubbly schoolgirl one, if I want to go ahead and do the scary, crazy one, like you can figure out what kind of eye style you want when it comes to like shadows. Now for this one, I don't really need to do anything for the doublets because you're already good there. We're going to go into the bottom eyelids, like shadowing after the eyeliner. Because to do it now, you're going to really mess up with what you're going to do. Because usually how it is when I found out what to do is when I let the liner drain, I went over it, and it just made it look skinnier. You don't want to make it so skinny. You want to make it as big as you want. So, that's done. Okay, so I'm just going to use like a black eyeliner. This is what I use the eyeliner. I'm just going to use the eyeliner. I like using the pen. I know people usually use the liquid kind. This is coin. Liquid kind, or you can use the pen, not the pen, the pencil. I personally don't like the pencil because I don't know if you guys noticed, the pencil usually gives me, it creases and it kind of like fades out. It fades and it kind of transfers over to my bottom lens. That's why I don't like it. It's really greasy and I don't ever want to use it. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. I personally don't. If you guys prefer the pencil, I say go for it. But if you have oily eyelids, I recommend not using it. I recommend using a, oh, it's like what? Where's my voice cracking? You know, I'd rather you guys use a pen. Like, I'm using the Felsable only because I heard a lot of good thing about this one, but I usually prefer using the Wet n Wild makeup liner. This is a really good one. They even come out with like a pen version of it. I don't really like the pen one because it kind of dries out really easy. So I recommend using the liquid eyeliner. This one's like $2, really cheap. It's better than like the $20 one kind of Sephora or So I'm just gonna go and get the little skinny one. So it's really skinny. And the reason why I use the skinny one is it helps you. It's like you're drawing on your eyes. Because if you're using a pencil, it's really thick. It's really hard to cut your eyes. So if you're using a liquid eyeliner, be extra careful. Because liquid eyeliner, they don't dry as fast as a pen. But if you guys feel more comfortable using a liquid, it's still really skinny. It's still really easy. Just give me a fan and just dry it out. So we're going to start with the monolith one. What I'm going to do is I start from the middle. I always start from the middle. And then I go ahead and draw out. Now I just go ahead and draw a line out. And it looks really crappy right now. It doesn't look really nice. You just want to go ahead and make a line. That way you can figure out like where you want. And then what it is I go over. Now you want to draw how far you want your eyes to be, depending how small, how big. If you want to go like really far, you can go ahead and make a 3-inch one. And just, you want to make sure that you get your line right so you can go ahead and put in your lashes for it. So this is how far I'm going to go. It's a little bit past where I did the line at, so that's why I had a line, because I want to pass that. Now you can do before, after, depending on how you want to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and connect it to the bottom. Or the end here. Good. Now, when you're doing this yourself, you are opening just one eye. It's a lot easier than like having someone do it for you, because then you can figure out like when you close your eyes, you're like doing this, and you can see every skin on your eye, so you can actually know where to draw. Like when you have someone else do it, it's really hard because you can see all the wrinkles. So if you guys do it yourself, it's 10 times easier. Now to put in your eyeliner takes practice. I've seen like it took me 3 months for me to like do the cat line. And that took a long time. So I definitely recommend just practicing on an eyeliner before you guys go and apply the shadows or the primer and everything, until you guys figure out what eye style you guys want, how you guys want to do this. I just recommend doing it. So I'm going to go and give her like a little dark corner line on the side here, because that way, because if you don't leave it, if you leave it blank, it's going to make your eyes not, it doesn't make it look right. Like it just looks, it makes your eyes look really wide. You want it to be close together and wide, big. So what you do is I'm going to go ahead and just make a line. You can make any line you want. You can do it short, long. I just do it however big your eyes are. So I just do it maybe like once a year. And I just do it. And then what you do is you open your eyes and then you just take a pen and you just draw out like a little bit, you tap a little bit. And then now that I have the line, what I do is I'm open, like keep my eyes open, and then I'm going to go ahead and go and color it. Like you want like a small one. Now for monoliths, I just go over the eyes, so it's gonna make your eyes look really black when you close it. But when you keep it open, which of course your eyes, you have to keep your eyes open. Why would you want to close it where you got it? You just go over the line, go back. That's what you're gonna do. So push it. So it's gonna look like this. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of weird, right? I mean, like, oh, all the eyeshadow on. Why is it putting it? That's what you're supposed to do. You're always supposed to color that shape. That's what people do when they mess up. And then you're going to just color that in. It is so white, you can tell it's white, you can feel it's white. So I just like now for the double-edged one, I just do like a simple line. I'm pretty sure you guys will do like a simple eyeliner, really easy. You get to do a cat line. I just go whichever style you guys fit when it comes to the bullets. Again, color the corners, so you don't want the corners to be happy. Now for the doublets, I make a little cat-like style in front. Because you're already your eyes are already small because you're not really doing much for the doublets, or you're always counting the crease. So you're always going to do something Alright, so for the monolith one, pretty much this is in this eye socket. You guys have double lids, you guys don't feel like doing this, you guys can do this one too. It works. You guys don't have to necessarily go over your lids as long as your eyeliners are really big. So what I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna make a little V. Okay? Little V, and then what you do is, if you want it to curve up like mine, it goes up like a U. You guys can just do it straight, or you guys can go all the way. And I don't like to go all the way because it just looks too fake. You don't want to make it fake. You want to make it as realistic as you can. So I usually always go halfway because when you do this quarter, you want to silver or white. And that way it just like pops, like this is your wig. So if you do it all the way, it just looks like you're tired, you just woke up, and you don't want to be there. That's you don't want to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and do straight. Straight like this. See, I'm only going halfway, only halfway. Now for this one, I'm just going to do a simple like a V. And then of course you can just add on extra if you have a little longer. If you have to stop on that one, just take a Q-tip, right? Makeup remover and just lay it out. Okay, so far it looks like this. I know it looks kind of creepy, it looks kind of weird, but it gets better, okay? Now what you do is you want to get your eyeliner. Now I use the wispy ones. I use the one that looks really full, fluttery, like you know, and then like wind blows, that kind of stuff. I use these, and you can use the darker ones. I know a lot of people, like when you guys go on eBay, you find them like $1, really cheap, and you're like, oh, it's really cheap, it's so full, it's, you know, it's perfect. You could use those. I just recommend like be extra careful, try to wiggle it out because they do feel fake and really heavy on your eyelids. I like the wispy ones because they're very light, full, and you can build up. You can pretty much fill it out with more lashes, and the more you build up, the bigger it is, the heavier it becomes. I'm only using one right now, but you can use two. Like there's two kinds. This is the one that's a lot fuller. I like using this one because it kind of like shorten the center and then flutter out. More like a butterfly wispy kind of type. You could just go ahead and use this one. It's a lot easier for beginners to use the really big one because this one you have to build up. Yeah, it takes like a while for you guys to build up. So I recommend just getting a really full one. You can use the $1, $2 ones. It's cheaper, especially for beginners. I just recommend just be a little extra careful with this. And bring your eyelash. Bring your glue. That's all I can say. When I had those, it kept coming off every 10 minutes. It kept coming off. Like I always have people just come to me, oh, your eyelash is coming off. And it's really embarrassing when someone comes up to you and be like, oh, your eyelash is coming off. You don't want that. Especially when you take a photo shoot or like, doing a photo of something, picture of you, and you go on the internet, you find that picture and you see your eyelashes like half coming out or it's droopy. You don't want that. So you definitely want to bring your eyelash glue just to like fix it and then like reapply it. That way it doesn't get too crazy. Alright, so for the side, I'm going to use the really heavy one just because your eyes are pretty smaller, so I'm going to use the heavy one. And then for the monolids, I'm going to use the very sweet ones, okay? So get your eyelash. I'm just using the simple duo. You guys can just use like a really cheap. I think I got this like at Dollar Tree for the $1, and it was like $5 at Friday. But I would just go to like a simple general store, and you can find deals for eyelash glue. If you guys don't feel comfortable using eyelash glue, I would recommend finding the one that comes with a sticker, because they do sell eyelash glue, eyelashes that has a sticker already applied, so you can just put it on easy. Now, people, what they do is they like to just go ahead and cut the eyelash to fit their eyes. I don't, because I like my eyelashes long. You want to keep it long, so I can help you control your eyes. Okay, so how I apply eyelashes, just my way. Maybe you guys can just go on YouTube. There's like a ton of videos of eyelash 101. It's really simple and easy. This is just how I do it, just because I've seen people do it like on YouTube, and it kind of, to me, it looks really complicated. Like, how do you do that? Even though it looks so easy. It's really easy. It's really hard when you try to do it yourself. So what I do is, I don't put it down like just. I just don't put it down. I actually go up. Because when you put eyelashes are heavy and they will droop down as the day goes by. So I usually have to go up and try to place it there. So I like to just start from the center and then I just pull it in and I just go up. I keep rising your eyes at least halfway open when you do this. Because then if you like close your eyes and you put it on, you might just glue your whole, like your bottom lids and your top lids together. If you guys have tweezers, it's a lot easier to do with tweezers. I don't, because I always lose mine. Like I would buy like 10 packs, and the next day they'll be gone. Like I think there's like a tweezer monster in someone's house, and it just takes it or something. Now, I'm reapplying more lash glue because you can always, like, it never stays on. It never stays on when you put it on. So I just put some on the skin. And you're supposed to put it on the lashes, but to me, it makes it easier to put it on the skin. That way you know where to place your lashes at. And then just put some. Okay. Now, when it's still wet, what I do is I blink. I keep blinking a couple times. And then I put my finger up, and that way it goes right up. Because you definitely want to keep it up as best you can. And then just push it up. It's up. See how your eyes are a lot better than it was before? It's bigger. Definitely want that. Now for this side, I would double up if you guys can. Always the small end is always in the corner, and then the long end is at the end, okay? What I do is usually like this one, I start from the corner. I actually don't. I start about way like towards the center because you want this to like blend out. And you want to go ahead and put it maybe like half a centimeter away from your lashes, just because it's the black eyeliner is gonna cover it up, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, it's gonna not real. And you always want to go ahead. The end has to be at least a little bit closer towards the liner that you guys did. If you want that. And again, just blur it out. See how it is? Like, you know, just build up, keep building up. Some more. Yeah, I think it all looks good right here. But if you guys want more lashes, I want to build up. I want it more fuller. I want it crazier. Just keep adding on. Now you can add on other kind of lashes. I just recommend when you build up, use the same lashes. Because if you mix it with the other lashes, it won't stick well. And plus, the proportion of it won't match your eyes enough. I've noticed that when I put these two together, the proportion of it was really wrong. It looks like long, short, long. That's how it will be. You don't want that. You just want it short and then long. Like a really nice butterfly look. Now, you don't necessarily have to do this, but I like it. I recently just learned how to do this, but this is the bottom lashes. I literally like recently learned how to do this like 2 weeks ago. So I'm wearing it right now. But what you can do is like they come long. What you're supposed to do is you're actually supposed to cut it three parts. 1, 2 times, so you get 3 little parts. Now I don't have my scissors on me, so I'm not going to be using these sadly. But I'm telling you, if you guys do use these, there's a ton of videos online to use them. But I recommend just cutting them because usually people they put it all together, like just straight up. It's really long and it's just won't look really nice. Plus, like when you put it on, and you only put it halfway, it's gonna go past your eyes and it's just gonna look like you drew. You don't want to make it look like you drew. So what I'm gonna do is, if you guys don't want to use these, draw. Draw and use these. So like again, just use a little simple felt tip. Really pointy. You want to do as pointy as possible. So what I do is I try to imitate the lashes I have. If you have like a little soft one like this one, imitate that. If you have a heavy one, imitate that one. Go a little bit heavier. I have a soft one on this side, so I'm just gonna go. And you want to go side. You don't want to go down. Like if you go down, it's gonna look very doll-like, very doll, fake-like, cartoonish. You don't want to do that. You want to go very realistic. Go to the side and blur it out. Time. And then you can pretty much build up as much as you want lower. You definitely want to go like in and out of like the length, short, long, and then you pretty much keep adding on as much as you want. This does take practice, so I recommend keeping eye makeup remover on you just because you messed up. And I'll just take a Q-tip and just erase it and restart over again. Now I noticed that when you go ahead and erase your mistakes, you always end up getting like a dark shadow under your eye, on top of your eye. After you finish your makeup, you just go over with concealer or a little bit of foundation and powder and then go away like this. See how it is? Like I just baked it. It looks a little real right here, right? So you can just keep making that. Now this side, you don't really need to do anything on the bottom. I like it like this. Some people like to add a little bit craziness to it, but I don't. That's because it looks a little bit better than it is right now. And as you guys can tell the difference. Okay. Now that I put all the lashes on it, I'm going to go over the brown again because this is really important. You definitely want to do something with your face. I usually just go over it because if you guys notice, as you guys are putting in your eyeshadows, your eyeliner, your mascara, eyelashes, your crease will tend to fade a little bit as they go. So you just want to just go over it, just kind of like that. This like this is almost on. Just go over it, just to kind of like blend it out, make it a little darker. See how like her purple shadow was kind of missing? I just go back to the purple, get a little bit of it, and I just go over the crease, just a little bit, so you can know what color we're going. Just go over a little bit. Maybe if you guys want, you can put it on the bottom too. Just add a little bit of depth, color. And this one, you just leave it alone at the end. Now for the bottom corner, you could just start with the white. You could do like a powder. I prefer like a liner. You guys can do like the cream liner, like the NYX one, the white one. But I prefer like a liner. So this is a silver one. Now if you guys can't find this, just get like a liquid, not liquid, liquid eyeliner that's in the silver. Like I'm sure they sell these in silver, so blue. You can find these easy, like at the drugstore. These have a ton of these. I prefer, if you guys can get these, get the one that says milk. It's the whitest of the white, and it really shows you the milk. So I'm just going to grab this silver one. And what you can go ahead and put it all over the bottom one. I like this one. This is a Cynthia Rowley one. I like this one because when it's set, it will stay on. It will not smudge. It won't go anywhere. I really like this one. Now, the next one, it works the same way. It will kind of like crease a little bit. It will smudge off. But I would just reapply it every few hours when you keep checking makeup. I just keep reapplying. That way it at least shows. Because if you get like, I think when you go to events, you look really nice, and then at like a couple hours later, you look really tired, you don't want to be here anymore. I would just use like a white eyeliner or a white shadow, put it under your eyes, a little bit on top, and it looks like your own makeup. So it will go like, oh wow, like you just wouldn't know you had a good night's sleep. It works really well. And then do the bottom one too. And the bottom one, see how we did like the line here? You just want to go and start with the line in the corner, and then match up with the one in the front. A little bit over that. And then it kind of pops out your eyes already. You see how her eyes a little bit pop, like bigger, a little wider, like she just woke up. Really nice. She's awake, kind of thing. Now for me, I use just like that, but I like to just go over with like a white shadow, just brighten it up a little bit. So I usually grab like a really skinny brush and just go over the shimmer white and do that. Just go over the liner, just a little bit, just add a little pop to it. So since you're using if you use a shimmer eyeliner, I would go for a shimmer eyeshadow. If you use a matte, more like a matte cream, I use a matte shadow. So you don't want to blend something glittery on top of the matte, it just looks really, it looks like the makeup you find like at the 99 store, and it's really makeup for little kids. You don't want that makeup. You go over There you go. Okay. And then so far that's pretty much how eye makeup is. Like if you don't really like how you look, you can always just erase it and start all over. There we go. And then if you guys want to, you guys can go over the white and just go back to the corner. Because you'll notice that during like when you're putting your makeup, the white is going to fade a little bit. Just go back and just reapply it a little bit. And it kind of helps. And then blends it out. And that's pretty much how you do your makeup, like for eyes wise. Really simple, really easy. You guys still get a little confused when you ask me questions. I'm always online. If you guys want to see it like in person, I will be posting videos soon. If you guys want to see it right now, you guys just go on YouTube. You guys can just Google search it. Really simple, like how to do this, how to do that, and it will show you. Now everyone is different. So I want to, I suggest you guys look for someone, a YouTuber that has the same eyes as yours. Same eyes, like either the same skin color as yours, same eye shape, and monolids or double lids. I recommend looking for that because if you look at someone else and she's Asian, she's different, and you don't have the eyes when you're doing her makeup, it's going to look really different on you. But if you do someone that looks really similar as yours, you know that result is just like that. That's pretty much how it is. Like that's how I learned from the beginning, where I just kept watching my favorite YouTuber, but they didn't have the same eyes as me, and I kept messing up. It didn't look really right. So as the day goes by, as the years go by, I realized that I need to look for someone that has the same eyes as me. That way I can know exactly how it looks like when I put it on. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay. So pretty much that's what you're gonna do for the eyes, right there. Like again, if you guys want to go ahead and put the bottom lashes, there's always YouTube on that one. I don't have my scissors, so I really can't do it on her, sadly. I really wanted to, but I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, so now for the face, you just want to go ahead and, what I do is I always apply foundation after the eyeshadow, because when you put eyeshadow in your eyeliner, it's going to fall out. You know, if you put a foundation on, it's going to pretty much mess with the foundation. You want to keep stacking it on, and you don't want to put too much makeup on. Because I've noticed that the more foundation you put on, the more acne your face can break out, and I'm breaking out already, but you definitely don't want to break out with your face. So I usually just randomly put on. Okay, foundation done. Okay, so when it comes to contouring, now a lot of people want a smaller nose. I have a big nose. I have a really big nose. You have a big nose. I'm pretty sure you guys have a big nose. If you guys have a small nose, damn, you guys are blessed with like a goddess nose. Like I'm really jealous. But for those who have bigger nose, you always want to go ahead and get like a dark brown. Now you want a darker brown that is darker than your skin. So I'm just gonna put that. So like you know the brown that you use for the crease, that's the same brown that I use. You just want a very mild dark brown on your skin. Now for the nose, I always start from the top. And then I kind of like give it a little like track to figure out where I want it. Here. This is a lot easier for you guys. Like if you guys go ahead and just draw like a straight line, it might get crooked. Because like I know my nose isn't straight, so when I do it, it ends up going straight and then like a little circle and straight again. So I always like to track things out and just basically let me know where I can go ahead and blend and where I can go and add more shadow. I like to use like a very straight brush, like the straight ones like this, and making sure it's really fluffy. You guys use a really dumb, hard brush, it's not gonna work. It's just gonna make it look. You're literally just putting like more shadows on top of it, and then shadows, and more. You pretty much just blend it out. Now, when you blend it out the first time, it doesn't really show. So you can't really see anything. You can't really see anything else. But if that happens, just keep applying more eyeshadows. If it looks too dark, just go ahead and add foundation up on the side of your nose. And then when it comes to the center, don't do anything to the center because that's where we're going to go into the highlighter. Because when it comes to contour your nose, you always want your T-zone top of your cheeks, and a little bit of your upper lip to be bright. Because then when you take pictures, it shows. It shows you're glowing, it shows you're beautified. That's what you want to do. You want to go for the face that we use, like a Photoshop face. That's what you want to go for. See how it's not showing the first time? So you just go back and just keep doing that. And this time, like I can see the lines, so I can just go and draw. And then you just keep blending and blending. And then if you guys want, if you guys don't have any brushes, just use your hands. Use your fingers. It's really easy. Like, I know brushes these days are really expensive. You know, when in doubt, use your fingers. See how this lash is already coming out? That's why I always bring eyelash glue. It helps. It's only like a couple minutes. Now, I forgot to mention this, but usually for eyelashes, you're supposed to like wait until 30 minutes or so for it to dry up and then put it on. I just put it on, but that way it can dry to my skin. Because if you wait and you put it on, it's like, oh, I messed up. You take it off, it's already dry. You have to reapply, reapply. You don't want to reapply. Okay. So I'm going to Now, I usually like to add a little bit more shadow towards the middle because that's where pretty much your nose, like people's gonna see where your nose is. And then you just keep moving that. Now, for the middle part of your nose, use a really bright white. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use the next one. It's a really bright white. You could just use a powder. I prefer the cream, just because the cream tends to show a little bit more. And see how it's showing? Now it does look kind of weird right now, but as you know, as you keep blending out, it looks a little bit better. So that's the nose part. And you definitely want to have it a little bit puffy. How like it's just like the transition from cream to powder. Really, really easy. Like that. Now for the cheeks bone, you don't necessarily have to contour the cheeks if you want to. You go ahead and use the angled brush. And then I'm using the chocolate soleil, which is just a sample size. But I just use like a dark, you can even use this one. Like a really simple one. Dark brown. Any dark matte brown. Or more like a medium tone brown. Like if you really like skin, I go for this one. If you're very dark skin, I go for more of a darker one. If you're medium tone skin, I go for more orange and brown. It kind of like just works. So just work with it with your this one is not showing. See how my skin is really dark. You definitely want to make sure which one matches your skin first. I just like the chocolate one. This smells like chocolate. So what you're going to do is you want to take a kissy, fishy face, and then go ahead and put it on the bottom. It's really easy. Like I'm pretty sure anybody, if you don't want to do that, just do this, and then just like blend it with your face. And you don't necessarily even need a mirror. You can just like feel your cheeks, and you already know where you're going to put the bronzer at. Now for blush. Blush is probably the easiest thing anybody can do. Just tap a little bit and just squeeze on your cheeks. That's it. Really, really easy. Now, if you want to look at anime more look, I go for like a really dark pink. It's not going to show too dark, but you want to put the center of your cheek and you just want to go in. Cutesy. That way it looks like you're already flushed. You could put some on the bottom, like a little bit on your nose a little bit here. If you want to, make it like a little frozen type of look. And that works too. Now for the highlight, you always want to just do like a very simple white. Like again, white, because white is a really good way. Like people think, oh, when you do highlight, you use like very shimmery light color. You don't want to use shimmery light color. You want to do a white because you're not just putting makeup, you know, to show people. When you take pictures, it's going to show that you're using glitter in your face. You always want to do a matte shadow. matte cream, anything matte. When you take a picture, it's going to show that, oh wow, like your face is glowing. They don't need to, you know, put any extra lighting when it comes to your makeup, when it comes to the picture. They don't have to Photoshop it. You're already looking good, that kind of thing. And then when it comes to the lips, if you want to do like a very cutesy kind of type, I would just go for pink. Now, if you're very medium skin tone, go for an orange. Now, orange is really kind of hard to pull off, so I would just go for like a very pinkish or like coral color. And if you guys want like very sultry, go for a very like a red. Now, this is more like a very light red, like berry red. But it's just depending on how you do it. Like, I know some characters like to have red lips, do that. Some characters like to have pink lips, go ahead and use that too. It's really simple. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna go for the orange. Now, if you want, you can just go ahead and use it for the full lips. I like to just do it from the center. And then, like a lot on the center, and then like slow, like just a little bit on the side. And then just put it together. And you just pretty much just build up as that. Now, if you put too much, it's okay. You should put a little napkin just to get off of it and just reapply it. Now, what I do is after I put on my lip gloss, I like to get the foundation and just go over it really, really quick, so it looks kind of like very simple, cutesy, like fit kind of look. Just do that, and then pretty much that's what you're supposed to do. And you just go over it with powder, like a simple powder. You just go over your face just to kind of set everything up. That's just pretty much how you do your makeup. Now, you could just add mascara if you want to. I don't, because you're already putting a ton of eyelashes. So, you know, if you guys don't want to do that, you guys don't have to. So yeah, that's pretty much how you guys do your makeup, right? So we are good here. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions on how to do this, just let me know. You guys can just always ask any of your YouTubers or your friends. I'm pretty sure some of your friends know. If you guys want to go ahead and try this out with your other friends, make sure to let them know if they're okay with it. And always check to see if they're okay with putting your makeup on, just because everyone reacts differently to the makeup. Because you never know. I know there's some, like when it comes to, there's some makeup like hyaluronic NARS. I can't wear that because I'm allergic to their blushes. So you always want to test it out which one they can wear. If they can wear all of them, go ahead. They can't wear certain ones, you can't put that on them because their face will swell up. Now, after you guys put on your makeup, you guys take it all off. Definitely use a face mask or wash your face thoroughly. If you guys don't, it will make you break out. This makeup is very dangerous. So you guys always want to be extra careful, okay? Alright guys, that's the end of my panel. I gotta go. It's already almost 2 now. But thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate that.